Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? Good morning, Trish. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So happy to see you here. If you are brand new here, if you would like, follow and subscribe to Corbiere-Scott Designs, I would greatly appreciate that. On Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. That's where you find me, Corbiere-Scott Designs. And then, please ask to join our private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Corbiere-Scott. That is where a lot of fun stuff happens. And you can post pictures of your creations. Good morning. Hey, Tam. Hi, Donna. Hi, Rose. Good morning. Is everybody ready to art journal this morning? I hope you had a good breakfast and you have a big drink because we need to stay hydrated. Good morning, Sharon. How are you? So happy to see everybody. So bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, we are going to do some art journaling today. And here, if you didn't read my Instagram post, that I think it posted on Facebook too, but if you didn't read it, you're going to need black acrylic paint and your art papers, all kinds of art papers that we've created. So you see I have a whole bunch, all different kinds of art papers. Some are jelly plate prints, some are painted, some are, we just need something that you've painted that's bright. And if you don't have anything that you've painted that's bright, then you know what? Just get yourself a piece of copy paper and just start painting on that. Good morning, Carol. How are you feeling this morning? So good, I hope. Hey, Sue. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So excited to see everybody this morning. So excited. I am so ready to create this entry in our art journal. It's a technique that I've seen and I've been wanting to try for a long time. And so I thought, today's the day. Today's the day. Good morning, Keels. How are you this morning? Oh, Carol, I'm so glad to hear that. You are in my thoughts, that's for sure. I'm hoping that you get better enough that you can meet us at the Phoenix Public Library, at the Phoenix Art Museum on October 7th. We're going to have a little gathering. We're going to do some sketching. So all you need to bring is your sketchbook, and a pencil, and probably an eraser. Everybody's going to want to have an eraser. So we're going to sketch a exhibit there, and now I don't remember the exhibit name, but I will get it, and then I will put it out there. There is an event that Tessa has created in the Let's Get Artsy with Corbiere-Scott private Facebook group. I think I shared it to the main page. Anyway, it's in the 1960s paper dress craze that happened. And the exhibit, oh my gosh, I can hardly wait. All those mod flowers, that is so right up my alley. So anyway, we're going to go there. We're going to sketch for a couple of hours. I'll give you a couple tips and tricks. And then we're going to go to dinner at Old Spaghetti Factory. After, at 7 o'clock, we'll head over to Old Spaghetti Factory, which is right down the street. And then we can talk and blab, and it'll be fabulous. Well, good morning, Chris Jones from Albuquerque. You just went from one hot place to another hot place, didn't you? Good morning, Laura. How are you? Nice to see you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, first thing we're going to do today is we're going to get our art journals out. And if you're brand new to us, our art journals are a composition book that we just fill with art, right? So we're going to find a clean page. I think I'm gonna do a double page spread for this one. Good morning, Jennifer. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to glue this page to here so I have a little bit of thickness. So remember, I'm just using my glue stick. I'm getting a pretty decent coverage of glue. I'm going to take this page and just smush it right down there. So I want to do a 2-page spread on this one. So I'm going to paint this page and this page with my black acrylic paint. And I'm so excited. I'm going to use my my new brush that I just got at Arizona Art Supply. So be on the lookout if you go to your own art supply, if you don't live here locally. Look for Moderna. They're purple. It's by Royal and Langnickel, and they are, they're really a nice brush. See that lovely snap? You know I'm all about the snap. Anyway, so I have some black acrylic paint. I'm going to need more than this, but I just thought I'd get started. And I'm just going to paint both pages black and then set that aside to dry. Right? So I just want it all black. I should have put some deli paper or something behind this, but I did not. So I'll just clean up my mess when I'm done. Acrylic paint is so much more, it's so thick. You forget how thick it is when you've been painting with watercolors, you know. But if you just wet your brush a little bit, that'll thin it down enough that you can spread a little bit better. Oh, I was going to ask you guys. So, in my stitchery group yesterday, I was talking about Jeff and I watched the Elvis movie. Has anybody watched that? Oh, it was so good. It was so good, and it's so fascinating. I think when you see the reality of their lives, you know, we think that they're so, they were so fortunate, and they were in lots of ways, certainly, but that they had such, such obstacles to overcome. You know, like Colonel Tom Parker. What a rotten person he was. Okay, so I've painted this. I'm going to set this aside to dry. So you see I just painted both pages black. That's all. Now I'm going to take a baby wipe and clean up my mess. Because now we're going to start the next part. So how is everyone doing? Are you still painting? Let me know. Holy tamale. Did I get it all off? Guess I'll keep that out. Might need that again. My water cup is completely black now. Anyway, okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to cut out some letters, like free form letters from some of our art papers. We all have all kinds of art papers that we've created. The most popular, obviously, is jelly printing, because we all have lots of those, right? But we're going to take those bits and pieces and cut out, shut it, look at that one. Cut out some letters. And so I thought about you can do whatever phrase or sentiment you want. But I was thinking, like, what do I want to say that's like big and impactful for me? And I thought, you know what I want to say? Just get started. Because sometimes I hold myself back. Because I get intimidated, or I need to know exactly how to do something or whatever, Everybody take a drink. And so I thought, you know what? Just get started. That's what I need to tell myself. So if you don't feel like you need to tell yourself, then do your own thing. Pick something else, right? So for these, I like to use I save all of the bits and pieces. So here is just my off paper, right? It's the one that I clean my brayer off on, or I clean I stamp off on it, get the last bits of paint off. But there's some really cool bits of interest here, right? So you can do one of two things. You can draw your letters, just, so like, right, like that, with a pencil, and then cut it out. Right, like this. And if you're more comfortable with that, then you absolutely do that. I just wanted something super free this morning. I was just feeling, I've been wanting to play with this technique for a long time. And I like to play with my artsy friends. And so this was the perfect place. So I'm going to erase my pencil lines, right? So there's my J, right? Or I can take, let's do this one, because this is on that security envelope. Shut it. Look at that cool background. So I'm just going to cut a square. Right? And I'm just going to free form cut a U. Right? And it doesn't matter to me if they're the same size, if they're the same height, if they're the same. These are just really free form. There we go. J-U. Right? So do you get the idea? We're just going to cut freeform letters out from all of these art papers. So now I need to do an S. And like this is the best, this is the perfect time to use like bits of paper. Like I save all of the bits because the bits are the parts where I'm like, oh, I could make something out of that. So I'm going to make my S out of this chunk that I've cut off from something, who knows what. Oh, so anyway, I was in my stitch-along class, I was talking about I try to ask a question. Hi, Nick. I was asking the question, what's your favorite Elvis song? Because now I have Elvis in my noggin. I mean, I've always kind of liked Elvis, I mean, he was just kind of part of our lives, wasn't he? I mean, I just feel like he was just there, you know? Oh, look at that S. Stop it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it, loving it. Now let's do this orange. And then I'll dig out something else. Oh, Keels, I love those glue sticks. I love those glue sticks so much. Teas are pretty easy. And I just really like the organic vibe that this style of art gives me. You know, it just, it makes me so happy. And I knew I wanted them to be a little bit big, and so that's why I picked, oh, there, look at that. That's pretty. A double page spread for this one because I wanted my statement to be big and impactful. Like, I need to be reminded to just get started. Like, this technique, I have watched other people do it for a long, long time, and I was just chicken. I'm pulling out all these little bits that I have. This is the perfect time to use them up, but I want something green, I think. Ooh, there's green. Pretty. So I hope, are you all, did you paint your background yet? Are you cutting out your letters? I know, I love using my painted papers too, Keels. It makes me so happy. It makes me so, so happy. Okay, there. So this one, I know I want it to be really green, so I'm going right up in there. And it's kind of, I will say, it's kind of freeing. Like, you have to let go of your inhibitions and just start whacking at these papers, right? If you've ever done any kind of jelly printing, oh, you have about 5,000, right? Because jelly printing is the most, it's just addictive and so fun. Right, okay. Let's come over here. Hey, Joni, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Look at that G. It is really big. Oh, well. I have this piece. That this was, here's a crazy thing. We were from Peru. Good morning from Peru. How are you? I hope you are creating with us. Hi, Jackie. That's so funny, Tam. Oh, I've done it many times. I'm like, wait a minute. That's not right. That doesn't look right. So, if you are just joining us, we are creating, I'm creating a double page spread. Absolutely Peggy. So this is what I did. So if you're just joining us and you're new to us, our art journal that we work in here is just a composition book. Just a plain old composition book. I don't know how else to say it. That we just decorate and paint and blah, blah, blah. So I painted 2 pages with black acrylic paint because we went nice and dark, right? But and then we're cutting out letters to, whoops, look at that. Create a, oh, you can too, Joni. I promise, you can too. You can too. Because they're real, I mean, you just have to let go of perfection, right? Carol, isn't it the most fun? It's, oh my gosh, it's so fun. It's the most fun. So anyway, if you're just joining us, we painted our background black because then our letters are going to really pop on there. And I picked Just Get Started. That's the sentiment I wanted to tell myself. You can choose that one. You could do whatever you want. If you want to do something else, you go right ahead. Oh, it's a constant learning. And there's so many, the thing about jelly printing is that it's always growing. It's the whole scene is just, it's just growing. And experimentation is the way you grow, right? Hey, Sarah, how are you? Good morning. So glad to see you here. Okay. Started is a long word, so I have a lot of adjust and get were quick. So anyway, think about what your favorite Elvis song is. I was just thinking about that. Oh, oh, yay, Sarah, I'm so glad. Okay, so let's do our comfort book. Did we do this one? I don't think so. The future is open. Oh, I just ordered mine too. Well, some are coming to me. Sometime this week, I believe. I know, I'm super excited. So we'll be playing with those next week too. You don't need to know the future to be hopeful. You just need to embrace the concept of possibility. To accept that the unknowability of the future is the key, and there are versions of that future that are brighter and fairer than the present. The future is open. Come on. How amazing was that one? All right. That gives us something to ponder, doesn't it? So I will start playing with mine as soon as they arrive, and then we will play with them in class. Everybody take a drink. ST. Don't you love these letters? They're so, what do I want to say? I love them because there's so much going on, right? Because there's all of that pattern and texture and visual interest. Oh, I just love it. All right, let's come back to this blue piece. This is so pretty. I really want to do a letter out of this. Out of this part, and maybe the A will be the perfect one to make out of there. So we can go up. So I was thinking about what my favorite Elvis song is. And you know, it's so funny. I have so many because he's kind of the soundtrack of our lives, right? But if you get a chance to watch that movie, oh my goodness, it was so good. It's long, but it's beautifully shot, and it's oh my goodness, it was just so good. And you kind of fall in love with him all over again, I think. That's my take on it. Okay, R. Let's do something orange. Orange and pink. That'll be pretty. So how is everyone doing? Good? Bad? Sad? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Oh, Sue, I'm so glad. I am glad to hear it. There we go. Okay, I'm just looking to see what color I should do next. Green, I believe. Ooh, let's go here. Look at that, it's really green. And jelly prints, it's so, I just love them. Number one, you can't really control what happens, right? It's a good exercise in letting go of control, right? Good morning, Katie. How are you today? Oh, Sarah, that sounds so fun. Oh, that's so funny, Keely, because you know what? I hemmed and hawed about getting them too, but then they're getting sent to me, and so and here's what I kind of thought about it. I like all those colors already, right? And you know I love like layering colors. So I'm I'm curious, and I promise I will give you my absolute honest opinion. But you know, they've got to be pretty horrible for me to not like him, you know? I think that's too long. Look at my letters. Look at how, look at the difference. I knew I wanted started to be big, but seriously, look at the difference. Oh, funny. All these little bits and pieces, I gotta get rid of them now. Or I'll go, oh, you know what? I can make something out of that. And then I just have to try and house all those little bits and pieces. And then that's just dumb. Oh, I haven't cut anything out of this. Let's do our D out of this. Look at that. I just love that. I don't even remember what I did. That's the thing about jelly printing, isn't it? You're going to have no recollection of how you got whatever you got. It just kind of happens. And that's the magic, I think. I have all things distressed too. And you want to know something crazy? I have all the other things too, Sarah. I have Faber-Castell, watercolor pencils. I have Derwent. I have, please, you name it, I have it. I'm excited about these because they're woodless. I do have some woodless colored pencils, but not watercolor colored pencils. So that's, did I spell everything correctly, you guys? S-T-A-R-T-E-D. Just get started. Okay, now I need to scooch those up and see how my page is doing. It looks like I have a little bit of a wet spot up here. I need to dry that. Looks like I have a little bit of a wet spot over here too. You know what I think I'm going to do before I even get started? I think I'm going to glue this page to another page too. Just so I have a little bit more sturdiness, because I just thought of a great big new idea. So I'm going to do all of my letters in the very center of this 2-page spread. And then I have all these bits and pieces, and I'm really liking cutting them. So I'm feeling like, there we go. A border would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Right, so look at that pop. Stop it. I'm loving it. Just so I gotta figure out how I'm going to do that. How am I gonna do in the middle like that? Oh my gosh, it looks just as good as it did in my mind's eye. R T E D. So I can start moving things around a little bit, fiddling with it a little bit. So I could cut those letters a little bit, right? One, two, three, one, two, three, yeah. I love it so much. So I'm gonna just start gluing stuff down, and then I'll decide where I'm gonna go next. Isn't it, Sarah? And it's exactly what I wanted it to be, because like I said, I need the reminder sometimes to just get started. So pretty. Okay. So now I really need to think about what I want to do with that E. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that I want to, I think I want to, Sarah, I like a glue stick. I just feel like I have, I have collage medium, I have matte medium, I have all the things. I just feel like I have like more control. And when I use this glue stick, I don't have peel ups. I might have spots that I missed that I need to go back and re-glue. That happens all the time. So I think I'm going to cut this there and there, so I have half and half. See what happens. I think it's the greatest thing in the world. It is a little bit spendy. That's why Keely said she finally broke down and bought some. But if collage medium works for you, then you go right ahead and use that, you know? We should all use what works for us. I don't ever want somebody to feel like they have to use exactly what I'm using. Shut it! You guys, look how cute that looks. Oh, I'm digging that. Well, Chris, I would love to have you join us. I would love to have you join us. Ask to join our private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Anne Corbiere-Scott. And one of the questions there is, I ask you to give me your email address, which I think is a pretty small price to pay for free classes. Anyway, once you, absolutely, you do you. So, ask to join Let's Get Artsy with Anne Corbiere-Scott. And, let me find that paper. Here we go. Then you're in like Flynn. So once you get on, give me your email address, then you'll get on the newsletter distribution, so then you kind of know what's coming up, what we're doing, all that jazz. I don't know if I want to cut this one because I'm kind of liking it right like that. I don't know. Let's see. kind of liking doing it right in that nook and cranny. Christine, you're going to have so much fun. We have ourselves a time. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, Keels. We are a very kind group. That's one of my first rules to join the group. Is you have to be kind. We don't like any meanies in our group. Stop it. You guys, I'm loving it. This one's kind of wonky. I'm kind of digging that. Good morning, Deborah. How are you? Today is art journaling day. So I created a double page spread. You can do whatever you want. But what we did was we painted our page black, and then we cut letters out of our art papers. Oh, golly. I agree, Keely. Everybody take a drink. Well, then you can make art when you get home from the vet's office. We've all been there. You have lots of fun. Okay. Well, hello, Vet Tech. I hope your pooch has a positive visit today, Debbie. Okay, so now what I was thinking was I really feel like I want to do a border of some kind, but I forgot the other day, Tuesday, I forgot to share. So remember I told you that a group of us got together on Saturday and we went to the Frida Kahlo immersive experience, and I are you talking about Paper and I? She's amazing. I'm telling you, she and I just hit it off right away, and she's the loveliest. So anyway, we went to see the Frida Kahlo show, and I've talked about that. And the picture that I posted today was one of the ones. Do you remember that I had talked about from the photo booth? So cool, right? Good morning, Joeva. How are you this morning? Anyway, after we left there, we went to lunch, and while we were at lunch, Michelle shared some stuff with all of us, and I forgot to talk about it on Tuesday. So I'm going to talk about it now. So she said, I have some fodder for everybody. So she had this, because she's from Winslow, Arizona. Shut it. Look at how cool that is. And a passport for Route 66, but all in Arizona. So Jeff and I will be going on look at that. There's a map of all the stops on Route 66. How cool is that? And what a fun road trip would that be? And then look, you can get stamps at each of those places and put them in your passport. Love that. I love that. So I will absolutely be doing that. But my sticker, I was looking this morning and I was like, oh, you know what? It will fit. You know how I am about stickers. I just feel like that's a cheap souvenir, and every time I look at it, I am going to remember that day with Michelle and Cecilia, Tammy, and Tessa. Look at that. Perfect fit. And then the next day, Tessa always comes over for Sunday dinner, and she brought me this Frida Kahlo sticker that she got at a bookstore that we all go to. And the sticker is like die cut around her. But I really like the whole thing. I really like this says today is art day. And then there's another little Frida down here. So I don't know how I'm going to stick it down. Maybe I'll do it back here. But I want to stick the whole thing down, you know? Why wouldn't I, for crying out loud? Let's see, what do I have on this side? Nah. Anyway, I'll find some place. I just like all of my stickers to remind me of where I've been and what I've done, and I try to keep them in the same like time that I've been do you know what I mean? But I do have another art journal that I thought I might stick Frida in that one. I know, don't you love a passport, Keely? Because it's just like a little it's like a little scrapbook, right? And I had no idea that Route 66 had one. So how fun is that? So she gave me an activity for Jeff and I to do. I love that. I love that. Okay. How are we doing on time? I still got a little bit of time. So I'm going to stick that down, and then I'm going to think about my little bits and pieces, and I don't care if it's they're not all the same. They're going to be all wonky. Like I was thinking I could do some that are like this little hump. I just love that little scallop, so let's stick that down. Right? I just want it to be wonky all the way around. No, you don't, Vicky. That's so cool. I love that. I love that. So have you guys traveled the whole thing? See what I mean? I just want to put bits and pieces all the way around. All the way around. Ooh, look at that little bits and piece. Now I have this little bits and piece. I know, I saw about Queen Elizabeth. Isn't that horrible? Oh, Chris, I love that. I love that. We are a creative community. We are. Okay, let's get some green on that green piece. I'm gonna cut. Well, I don't know exactly. The last thing I heard was that she was, they're concerned about her health. And, she is, I think, the family is gathering around, so I don't know what any of that means. I don't want to put bad juju out there or anything, you know? Yeah, that's what I heard too. I saw too, Vicky. Let's come over here. We don't have anything across the top yet. Let's see. Oh, and you know, I'm so lucky. I got to see her, like, in person. It was through a gate, but I still saw her. She was, like, maybe 20 feet away from us. When we went to England years and years ago, we were on one of those tour bus, you know, the stop and start tour bus things. And we stopped at Westminster Abbey, and we got up to the gate thing that they have all the way around the Abbey, and no kidding, she was coming out. It was amazing. Yes, I love the Queen. I do, I do. Especially after watching the Queen, the show, it sure makes you realize that her life wasn't easy, you know? I think it was quite challenging in lots of ways. Let's get some orange on here. And that was back with film cameras, so, you know. I remember I took like 5,000 pictures. Like, I'm just taking pictures, and we'll figure it out later. And I did, you can see her. It's in a scrapbook that I actually finished. I do have this piece of green that I could. Like little bits of green. Taking that. This is, oh my gosh. I'm loving it so much. I hope you guys are loving yours just as much. Let's see what else I have over here. Oh. Little bits and pieces. I have this. Oh, you guys. Look at this. Funky pea. Ooh. Yes. That sounds fabulous, Deb. Let's see. Let's go over here with this one. I'm taking that. This one, it looks like I'm going to need to do the cutting thing again. Squish that in. I love that. I think we need more pink now. How am I doing on time? I went 4 minutes left. Well, I'm just going to keep on working on this. I hope that everybody is creating a page that just says something that's meaningful to them. You know. I do have this little piece of blue. Let's use that up while we're here. Let me put this guy over here. Loving that. These can go in the trash. Oh, look at that. Good morning, Beth. How are you? So let's... We are having ourselves a time this morning, Beth. We are creating a art journaling entry that has, we painted our page with black acrylic paint, and then we pulled out all of our art papers that we've created along the way, and we're creating art with art. Oh, look at that big glob of glue. And I am creating a background frame with all of my bits and pieces. I just like that border, you know? So we each chose a sentiment that we wanted to remind ourselves of. I chose just get started. You can choose whatever no problem. I get it. People have lives. It's okay. Don't get me wrong. I love to see lots of people here. Sorry about that. That means there's a bunch of us making art together, but I don't ever want somebody to feel bad. There we go. So I'm just going to keep going until this is filled with all the way around. I need some kind of orange. That's what I need. I need some orange bits. There we go. I don't know what I'm going to do in the corners just yet. I don't know. Still figuring it out. Oh, you're welcome, Keels. It is fun. It is fun. They are jelly plate prints. They are. So, we all have, if you've jelly printed, know you have scads of them, right? So I just keep mine, yes, in a Ziploc bag, very professional, right? So I just have all of these in here so I can just pull them out and create with them whenever chance arises. I like this one that's kind of at an angle. It's a kind of a wonky angle. Kind of digging that. One of these had paint on both sides. I was like, oh, shut it. There we go. I can make all kinds of stuff out of that. Oh, I'm almost there. I'm almost all the way around. And like I said, I still don't know what I'm going to do in the corners, but it'll be something cute. So I hope you guys all work on yours. Continue to work on yours and snap a picture and post it in our private Facebook group, Let's Get Artsy with Anne Corbiere-Scott. I am almost finished, so I will post mine too. And then go out and have an amazing weekend. Watch my social media. You just never know what I'm going to post. You just never know. I adore you all. I'm so grateful that you take time out of your day, whether you're here when it's live or you're watching on the replay. It is all appreciated. If you are watching on the replay, please just let me know that you watched. Makes me feel good. And then be sure to hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up button. That helps me a lot. It helps me a lot. Oh, I love The Notebook, Beth. I loved that movie. I did. Anyway, everybody go out and have a tremendous Thursday. I adore you all. Thanks so much. And just get started if you haven't already. Talk to you soon, everyone. Bye.